Rapport is the ultimate tool for producing results with other people. No matter what you want in your life, if you can develop rapport with the right people, you'll be able to fill their needs, and they will be able to fill yours. At the end of the day, the question to ask yourself is this: do your expenses, big and small, bring you the thrill they once did? We can all reduce our life to a description that makes people feel sorry for ourselves, or we can expand our life to a dimension where we connect and give to others. If you believe you are right, or you believe you are wrong, you're right. Whenever you are certain about it, you will support it. Remember that. I think there's a difference between I can and I am. And I am is really the goal that I'm looking for, rather than I can. Loss is imaginary. Nothing ever disappears in the universe, it only changes form. The quickest, simplest, and most powerful way I know to handle any emotion is to remember a time when you felt a similar emotion and realize that you've successfully handled this emotion before. The one thing you can do for others is to manage your own life. And do it with conviction. You have to make the shift from being a consumer in the economy to becoming an owner, and you do it by becoming an investor. We all have our own story. And we stay attached to our story. This can stop us from growing and living. You want to make your life better? Change your story, change your life. The race of life is a marathon, not a sprint. Because the challenges will continue to show up in life, but if you have the inner strength, whether that be your faith, your determination, or your incredible love for self, for God, and for others, then I think you'll have the capacity to live a life that's extremely fulfilled. Simply by changing your habitual vocabulary, you can instantaneously change how you think, how you feel, and how you live. Belief in limits creates limited people. Working because you want to, not because you have to, is financial freedom. The simple reason that most people fail financially is not because of the lack of a plan, it's not because of good advice, it's not even because of a lack of capital. It is for one reason: they attach more pain to the idea of having money than not having it. You can't succeed by being good. That's what you get paid for. You can't succeed by being excellent. That's what you're expected to do. You can only succeed by being outstanding. If we believe in magic, we'll live a magical life. If we believe our life is defined by narrow limits, we've suddenly made those beliefs real. It's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives. It's what we do consistently. Leaders anticipate. Losers react. The only way for us to have long-term happiness is to live by our highest ideals. Realize now the power that your words command if you simply choose them wisely. People don't lack resources, they just lack control over their resources. There is no greatness without passion to be great, whether it's the aspiration of an athlete or an artist, a scientist, a parent, or a businessperson. The quality of my life was the quality of my questions. You're already a financial trader. You might not think of it in just this way, but if you work for a living, you're trading your time for money. Frankly, it's just about the worst trade you can make. Why? You can always get more money, but you can't get more time. Your imagination is 10 times more potent than your willpower. Unleashed, it provides a sense of certainty and tenacious vision that goes far beyond any limitation of the past. The secret of living is giving. It's not about success, it's about progress. If you want access to the files of valuable information in a computer, you must understand how to retrieve the data by asking for it with the proper commands. Likewise, what enables you to get anything you want from your own personal databanks is the commanding power of asking questions. I still love coming home, but home is where the heart is. I take those whom I love most with me. That's my number one. My number two is being ready. Don't even wait until you've lost a pound. The minute you can push the plate away with food still on it, give yourself a pat on the back. The most powerful force in the human psyche is people's need for their words and actions to stay consistent with their identity, how we define ourselves. Nothing tastes as good as looking good feels. You could penetrate anybody if you consistently put out love. Some people can't handle it. Do something physical every day, even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes of fast walking a couple times a day. That tends to replace fear and anger with determination and courage. It can change your identity, your momentum. The wealthiest person on earth is the one who appreciates. When people succeed they party, when people fail they ponder. I believe that life supports what supports more of life. In other words, motivation does matter. If you're just trying to take care of yourself, you're part of life, and I believe life steps in and gives you a certain level of insight. I have no delusions that I'm the only source of improving people's lives or that I'm even the right source. My style is intense, and it's not going to be right for everybody. I hated motivators, never been a motivator. Motivation is like a warm bath, and you should take a bath probably, but you need more than that, you need strategy. I was a strategist, but nobody responded to that, so I was, like, okay, what am I? I'm a coach. I'm not a guru. As an athlete, I had great coaches, and I was a better athlete than many of them, but they still were better than I was as a coach because they could see when I couldn't see. I thought, that's great, because I'm not better than anybody, but I do have the skills that I can help people. I've got a mission to help people improve and massively change their lives and create breakthroughs, so I'm always looking for them, and I'm the first guinea pig. You've got to bring the emotion, and you have to understand that you can't touch other people if you're not touched. You can't move other people if you're not moved. So if you're just giving some frickin' talk you've memorized over and over again, you're going to have a flat effect. If you've just got a bunch of visuals on the screen that are leading your talk, hang up your shoes and get the hell out of there. Some people get certainty by working harder and saying I'm going to master something. Some people get certainty by lowering their expectations, going, it will never work. And they lose their dreams, but they get their needs. The needs are not like goals. They're not like belief systems that are built into you. Solidly know content you feel passionate about and that your audience needs to know. I can't give other people what I've not experienced to some extent myself. It sharpens your game, and also, like any athlete, you're more fit because you have to be. You're getting ready because you have a reason to. We're emotionally unfit. We expect things to be given to us that other generations had to earn. We think we're supposed to get homes with no money down and be supported by the government if we're unemployed. It's not our conditions, but our decisions that shape our lives. I truly believe that it's in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. So choose carefully what things mean, and what to do about them. With conscious focus, a connection with our loving nature, and a desire to serve, we truly can experience heaven while still here on earth. I don't have to work another day of my life, thank God. but I'm in a place where I probably work as hard or harder today than I ever have, but I do it because I want to, not because I have to. What is the difference between work and play? I think the difference is purpose. When your vocation becomes your vacation, the old quote, you know that's when you made it. You must find something you want to live for that's bigger than yourself, a mission, whether it's your children, a business, a non-profit, whatever. That pulls you to achieve, which is far more sustainable than to push yourself to. You can only push yourself for so long.